Hi, this is Chris, and this is Burn Baby Burn Maker Studio. A few weeks ago, I shared a product innovation from Record Power with you, the new Defender separator. I bought the 55 litre version. I had my reservations as to whether this would work effectively, given that it doesn't have a helical spiral inside or a teen baffle. In fact, it's just a cylindrical drum with a side inlet which directs the airflow around the circumference of the drum. But to my surprise and great pleasure, I can report that it works exceedingly well, at least as well as my expectations were for such a design. So what I'm going to do today, I said in that last video that I was going to compare between the Dust Deputy and the Vevor Cyclone and one of the trash can style Cyclone kits. But today I just wanted to let you know how the Defender performs, and to do that I've got a drum here of 40 litres of wood chippings and sawdust, which I took from my jointer thicknesser a week or so ago, and we'll see how that performs. So first thing I'm going to do is at least see how full the Defender is, and I can tell you that this is done pretty well. It's filled almost to the level of the inlet port. I don't think it would be reasonable to expect too much more. But I do have some more chippings, so we'll see what happens when I try those. But before I do that, I want to just see what has made it through into the CamVac itself. So this is the twin motor CamVac, so 2 kilowatt version. I've got it fitted with some HEPA filters in place of the dust socks and plastic paper bags, and I'd say there's maybe half a litre of chippings that have made it through into the CamVac. So far it's just fine dust, and the vast majority of the debris from this bucket has been effectively separated by the Defender. So it's a 55 litre drum, and so far it's managed to separate I would say 39.5 litres of debris, so that's pretty effective. I have another 16 litres here, so we'll see what happens with that. And I can see there's now debris making its way through from the Defender into the CamVac. So I presume once the drum is filled up to the level of the inlet, and that's an interesting test in itself, because I just managed to allow the hose to seal against the bottom of this drum. Now with another system, not a steel drum, the drum probably would have imploded. So this is a really good benefit of the CamVac Defender and its steel drum design. The 150 litre version, which has a plastic bag below inside a cage, I'm not sure what would have happened there with that sort of scenario. So it's not typical that that would happen. It's only when you're doing something like I am doing and it's not connected to a tool that you have the chance of causing an increased pressure through suction to a flat surface. So let's have another look. Yeah, so at this point, the CamVac is filled above the inlet here. So I mean, I don't think you could really expect to get much more separation than it's achieved. And looking inside the CamVac itself, I can tell you that maybe there's 1.5 litres of debris. So that's 40 litres plus I'd say about 15 litres from this, so there's about a litre left there. So 55 litres, magically around about the capacity that's advertised for this Defender 55 litre drum separator. It's effectively separated it. So my hat off to them. I didn't think it was going to perform anywhere near this well, but from my point of view, this is a near perfect dust extraction system for a small shop where I've got some large static tools that need high volume extraction, and I've got hand tools, etc., that require a higher pressure type extraction. So the CamVac is perfect to bridge those two worlds. And with the Defender and the introduction of the Defender, I now have a separation, dust separation solution, all of which can be hidden away in the corner cupboard in my workshop. And you probably noticed that the CamVacs now come with a bayonet style connector, which is great. This is the male, but I did find that the only place I could find a female connector was either the inlets on the Defender or on the CamVac itself. So one thing I did want to do for my workshop is to plumb in the ducting into hidden into cabinets and workbenches. So I designed in Onshape a female receptacle for the bayonet, which I can attach panel mounted, and I integrated into that a blast gate arrangement, so that panel mounted I've got a female bayonet connector for the CamVac male bayonet connectors, all of which has a nice blast gate arrangement. So I've got that set up now, and I'll do another video just showing how all of that works. This evening's activity is we're going to automate the CamVac itself, the two switches. So I'm going to do that with a combination of Shelly smart Wi-Fi relays, controlling some soft start filters in line with the switches in the CamVac itself. So no cutting of wires or anything, just inserting with some spade connectors this additional bit of technology. So we'll see how that works, but that will allow me to turn on one or both motors remotely when the CamVac is stored in its corner cabinet, and from a noise and a point of view, and also out of the way in a limited space workshop. So that's it. I appreciate this is a rough one cut, one take approach to videos. I'll try to get more professional as we go along, but I thought I'd do a quick update to share the findings of how the Defender works, and it's a big thumbs up from me.